have you all here.
Yeah, let me turn this projection off.
So hopefully you're all hearing us. And David, do you have any introduction things you want to say, or should I go with some housekeeping?
I'm David Algren, and I've been your pre-host of the pre-opening circle. And I'm thankful for all the YouTube music that we just shared. And I'm excited. Are you excited, Shaylee?
Yeah, I'm really stoked on this weekend. All the people that are coming to join, and what we're sharing, and the opportunity to bring us together and have a live way to connect.
Can I introduce you, Shaylee?
Sure.
Yeah, so this is Shaylee. She is the president of the Northwest Permaculture Convergence. And she and the board have put this together, and we're excited. But Shaylee, I met at the Northwest Permaculture Convergence maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And it's been a joy to work with her ever since she asked me to help her put up a table at the convergence when I was asked to be up there as a keynote speaker.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited. So here's Shaylee for the opening circle.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, David was our keynote in 2016, and I just was kind of new board member then and brought tea. I thought one of the most important things about the convergence was that chance to get together and talk and be refreshed. So I brought the tea and brought a truckload of food from the North Olympic Peninsula where I live. And so this year, even though it's really hard for us to get together, having that ability to connect was just so important. So here we are on our Zoom and in our houses, and hopefully we can get some good FaceTime and build community, because that's what it is about, getting together and learning from each other. And yeah, so for the point of this opening session, we're going to do some of the housekeeping and then have a chance. And at this point, if David could make sure everybody's cameras are off. I love seeing you all, but the point, it can be sort of distracting when you're speaking to have it bump around. And there's also potential for accidental unwanted content. We had I think it was a board meeting we had where someone was like singing in the background and walked by with a family member without their shirt on or something like that. And it's like, oh, and so we want to prevent that sort of stuff happening. And I hear one of my children coming up. So that's a part of this dynamic that happens during this weekend. So housekeeping things. Aiden, just wait, babe. Thank you for milking the goat. I really appreciate that. Okay, that's good. I'll strain it after our meeting. Life. So everybody ought to have gotten a document called Protocol 2020. We put that in our Slack group, and you can email us for another copy of it. And it basically goes through the process. This whole weekend, we're having one room, which we're in right now, except for during lunch times and the decolonizing permaculture session. During lunchtime, we're making this room 2 be a place for children's games and connecting and sharing our coloring book, and just for kids to check in where they're at. And then during the decolonizing permaculture, we have 2 rooms, one for, thank you, one for Black, Indigenous people of color, and then one for other people that don't really associate with that. It was our speaker's request to have that be a safe container for that group. So we have 2 rooms for that one session. There's one other opportunity later tonight for 2 sessions. Jan Spencer in Eugene has an ongoing series that happens to line up with our opening night, and the login for his is on our schedule, and you can zoom into his meeting, or you can listen to Abby Kohlauer speak to her community and the co-ownership structure they're making there. So, all right, back to the protocol doc. There's the 2 rooms. This one is where we'll always be, and there'll be certain times like later in this session and during meals where all the cameras are on and we can have question and answers. For the sake of auditory clarity, everybody's muted unless you raise your hand and ask for us to unmute you for a question and answer. But to keep things flowing well, it's ideal if you can type in your questions into the chat, and then David or I or Cassie or Tiffany or one of the facilitators can just read the chat and funnel questions to the speakers. If you want the camera on your face to ask a question in person, just raise your hand and we'll keep an eye out for that. Another great way to share your world is to record something that you want to share and send it to our Dropbox. And that request is also, or that portal is also on the Protocol 2020. And you're welcome to record a 5-15 minute, maybe even a half an hour of a process or your farm or something, and like maybe a food preservation, whatever it is that you think, oh, this is a regenerative, this is a cool, sustainable thing that makes my life great. Send that to us and we will put that up there, and we can put your contact information to if you want, or you can use Discord or Slack to stay connected. And I'll check in if there's any questions right now. If I'm talking too fast, is there any feedback in the chat that I'm going to it? Okay. Speaker view, upper left. Yes, those are some other things. All right. In the Zoom, it really helps in the top corner of your screen to hit the speaker view. That way, whoever is being audible will take up your whole screen. Otherwise, you'll get all these little black boxes, or the people who jump in a little bit later in the meeting. People can join in with visual right when they join. So you'll see someone poking at their screen, and that's fun, but you might want to stay focused on the speaker. And so speaker view lets that happen. There's also an option to have it sort of disregard any people that don't have video, so you don't have all these black boxes cycling about. All right, next thing on the protocol is nonviolent communication. Now, there'll be a lot of ideas, maybe opinions will come up. We want a space for this spaciousness to share our lives and our stories and our understanding, and allow everybody to be real with who they are and where they're at. Some things might be offensive, some things might be exciting. And with nonviolent communication, we can be able to receive that and have tools to help us respond in ways that are still keeping us connected and respecting each other as people. Those are 4 things, and that's to observe what you see going on and recap. Say how you feel, not this is what's going on with you or with me. It's saying, I feel uncomfortable right now. Then to identify what you might need in a situation, like I need to feel seen, or I need like to be able to log into the session. Maybe that's what it is. And because like all our technology is too difficult. And then the 4th thing is to make a request. So that's observe and recap, describe emotions, not positions, identify needs, and make request. And just those simple things with any dialogue that comes up can be really helpful. In that just sort of accountability, the board is here for everybody, and we're happy to use our Slack or our emails to help kind of like facilitate conversations. And we also have the Discord group. And these are great platforms because there's this openness and the accountability of having, a lot of eyes and a lot of hands to help solve problems for each other. We really believe that this format can help this cross-pollination and this intersectionality of all of our ideas and our experiences, so everybody's life can be uplifted by this weekend. So next is contingency plans. There is a pretty good chance that something won't go according to the schedule or our ideas of how it will unfold. Our speakers might not be able to log in, or maybe some of the videos restream. There could be internet breakdowns. So our plan is to have at least 2 of us on the Northwest Permaculture Convergence team as a host in this Zoom room, pretty much from now. We'll take a break for sleeping, but all weekend. And in that, if we have a speaker that can't show up, David and I are both prepared with some backup sections. He has a wealth of content on his earthwork projects and different large scale farming land work that he can speak to better than I. And I have this farm here where I can do demonstrations on fruit tree pruning or shrub pruning and planting your garden and food preservation, all this great stuff. We have our own little backup lists, plus all the PSA's permaculture service announcements and stories of your lives that you find people might have sent us and put in our Dropbox. So anything you want to share that you can give us is a great backup in case there's a snafu with something we were planning on. Okay, privacy. This is really important for you to be aware of. Everything is being recorded. We are a nonprofit who is trying to use all the information for the intellectual and moral benefit of the world. And we want to be accountable, and we want everything we share here to be helpful. As such, everything's recorded. If you don't want to be on the record, please don't have your face on there and use an alias. You can, like in the Google Doc now, I see over 12 people: anonymous hyena, anonymous Dumbo octopus, anonymous elephant. It's okay to be anonymous. I feel all right with that. You might want to share a story and not want to incriminate yourself or somebody else. It's okay to be anonymous for the sake of growing and learning together. So please be aware that things are being recorded. Unless your speaker, there's one session where the presenter asks to have that be a private session, and you'll have that container of your session. Otherwise, everything's on the record. If you don't want to be a part of that, it would be exceedingly difficult to pause that for one person for one part. So it's the basic format aside for that one session. And I hope you can be okay with that. If not, we love feedback, and we'll try to improve our systems for next year. In alignment with that is data sovereignty. That's owning data. And we want to share what we have. Everything is held by the nonprofit. If you're a speaker or you want a snippet of something, please ask us. Some of this will be released on social media and YouTube over the next year. I'm not sure if all of it will. We're all volunteers and don't necessarily have all the time to get everything out there. We would like to. And we plan on having all the cloud recordings for these sessions available to you who have gotten tickets. So there'll be a special link with all of these for you following the convergence. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen soon enough, feel free to ask us to try to find that for you. Two more things: ongoing teaching and feedback. We have a Discord platform and a Slack platform that are kind of official semi ways for the board and our Permaculture Northwest movement to engage with each other and this nonprofit organization whose goal is to use our platform to get these ideas out there and help. So if you want to, that's kind of our space and your space, please use that. Organize meetups and work parties and campouts and seed saving places. And we have titles on the channels of good topics. I know in Slack you can make your own channel if you want to. I'm not quite as familiar with Discord, but they're both great avenues to have continuing conversations and even share pictures and all that stuff with each other. Keep the community going all year round. Last but not least, this is a completely emergent design, floating goalpost type of convergence that we're making. It doesn't follow any of the framework of online seminars or convergences. And so this is all new. So I thank you for holding us with grace as we go about this weekend. In that, if you have any feedback on what we can do better, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we can do better, but I'm happy that we're all here. But we want to know ways we can improve it. And we really had a big intention to have translators to be more inclusive of our kind of global reach potential. That didn't happen, but we would love it to. If you're a translator or no one, especially who's associated with these sustainable systems, please have them contact us. Or if there's software that's great at that, maybe we can have that be a part of what we do next year. A neat thing about this format is that we can layer this to our on-the-ground convergences in the future so that those who can't travel or who live in different parts of the world can still engage with us and have a way to interact with these ideas and learn and share. So, all right, that is my big introduction. And I don't know, I'll check in if there are questions or if anyone else has a moment to speak. I think on our schedule, we had a couple words of intention for the weekend penciled in for this hour, right? I'm looking right now. Yep, 3 words of intention. So what we can do is go around down the list of everybody who's here and unmute you, and you can share a moment of what your words of intention are. Does that sound good? Are there checking comments? Not a whole lot of chat. Okay, everybody. So I'm going to go through and turn on our cameras if I can. Start video. Or do you want to turn on your cameras if you can? people who are here.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be
I don't
best
have to try to do that.
we can let everyone undo their own cameras. That would be awesome. And I think it should stream pretty well. My kids are going to go to bed, so they wanted to say hi to everyone.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
And Shaylee is kind of frozen. So I don't know if I'm frozen or it's Shaylee. Actually, I think it's Shaylee.
Yeah, Shaylee's frozen.
Yeah. So,
You're frozen.
and this is Cassie. Cassie is another board member.
For this weekend.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Cassie.
You got frozen for a while, Shaylee.
Oh, did you get my 3 words of intention?
Nope.
Oh, connection, growth, and adventure. This is a whole uncharted thing, but I don't need to describe it. I thought 3 words were good. I did more.
That's awesome. And let's make it a ground rule for people. Once they're done speaking, to go ahead and remute yourself.
Mm-hmm.
David, you have a bit of an echo.
Yeah.
One of you.
Okay. Everybody is still muted. I'm going to try to go down my list and ask to unmute you. So Cassie, you are now unmuted. Can you share, would you like to share a moment about yourself or this weekend and then your 3 words of intention as a board member?
Sure.
Or say who you are. You're our awesome technology, tech support or help, emotional support. Maybe that's the better.
Something. Yeah, I'm Kathy. I live in Wenlock. And I guess I would say my words are very similar to Shaylee's, and that this is an adventure. It's kind of nerve-wracking, and I'm hopeful. So that's what I
Cool.
have.
That's great. I'm really hopeful too. So now you're muted again. David Algren, I asked to unmute you. Can you share with us your name? And everyone can do that with your 3 words. You can tell us who you are and where you live. I never said that. I live in Sequim, Washington on the Olympic Peninsula. Do we have David? Are you in family mode right now? Okay.
I actually think Shaylee, do you have 2 devices going?
I only have one thing going right now.
Okay. Okay, maybe that'll help. Am I only one voice now?
You are one voice now.
Okay. I'm David, and my words of intention are harmony. I also feel abundant, and I'd like to continue abundance. And then connection. And I'm thankful. Thank you, Shaylee.
Cool.
So Shaylee, you may want to mute yourself while people introduce themselves, because I think the echo is coming from, yeah.
Okay. And I realized I am not on the fastest internet that I could be on. So I'll figure that out for the rest of the time, but sorry. Next on our list is Sarah Dempsey. So I'm asking to unmute you if you're there. Can you share about yourself, your intention, and who and where you are?
Hello, I'm Kira Dempsey and I live in Tacoma, Washington. And I don't know, mostly I'm here to absorb and listen and be inspired. And I don't know, just along for the ride.
That's great. Next is Carla Pendrock. You have been asked to unmute and asked to start your video if you're there. Or we can come back to you. Patricia Menzies. Now you are asked to unmute and asked to start video. This is like a interesting thing to do. I don't think there's a simpler way for me to do this, folks. So thanks for being patient while we go down the list. Patricia
Okay.
Menzies, are you there? You are. I see you.
Yes, I am. Yeah,
Can you share?
I wasn't able to start the video before, so I was like, yeah. Yeah, I'm Patricia. I've been to most of the last about 10 or 11 convergences I missed last year. I lived in Tacoma, Washington for 35 years, but a year and a half ago moved down to Tenino in Thurston County. So I'm out in the boonies at this point. And my words, I guess, would be reconnect. This is how I reconnect with my permie friends. Curiosity, see how this is going to work. And open. I may not stick around for the whole time. I'm selling a house also, and I'm extremely tired and old. So, hi, David, and a few other people that I've seen over the years.
It's so good to see you, Patricia.
Speaking of people in the background with shirtless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
David, you sounded like you were.
Used to permaculture. Permaculture convergence would not be itself without little kids running around half naked.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you.
And to me, just then, David, you sounded like you were in outer space, just so you know. I'm going to go back from people at the top of the little row I have that might not have shown up yet. Julie, you were asked to unmute. So can you share your name and your intention? Hey, Cedar.
My name's Julie Wolf. I'm in Tahuya, Washington, in North Mason County. And I'm wearing my tag from my very first permaculture convergence. And my 3 words are community, kindness, and diversity. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, thankful for Julie. She's been part of our organizing team, very helpful with some of the tech stuff and all the files, and I'm grateful for the way she shows up. I'm going to attempt again to ask Sarah Dempsey if you're there. Oh, I see you. I'm asking to unmute you. There, would you like to share your, if I said your name right, in your words of intent?
Oh, I already went, I thought. I am mostly curious and just here to absorb and listen and be inspired by everything. And I'm very interested in permaculture, but it's very new to me. So when I saw this,
I'm sorry I missed it, but do you have where you're from and 3 words of intention for the weekend?
Oh, I am from Tacoma, Washington. And my 3 words would be community, listening, and inspiration.
Thank you. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and thank you. And sorry if I did that twice. There's like a big list of names, but it's good to see you. Is Patricia Menzies there?
I already spoke also.
You did speak. Okay, geez.
Yeah,
Jolene Rios.
we're still doing the echo. So when I speak,
Okay.
A little bit later, I hear myself again. So I don't know if that's picking up on yours or not.
I don't know. I'm not getting an echo from me.
Right, that
Is
means it's
Jolene
the-
Rios here to share?
Lower your volume a
Is
bit.
Liz? Is that
echo.
okay? Great. Can you share? I see that you are. There you are. Can you share with us where you are from and a couple words of intention? 3.
Okay. Sorry for all the disorganization, getting the technical stuff. I am in Yakima, Washington, and I actually just signed up today, and I have not had a lot of prior experience with your organization, but I have worked as a volunteer in a community garden, and I have my own garden that I try to implement as much as I can to be kind to the earth and to create some beauty from growing seeds and trying to give back a little bit from what we're all taking. So that's me.
Cool. We have a Seed Savers Forum tomorrow during lunch. So that tomorrow, Sunday, it's on the schedule. I think it's actually on Sunday during lunch. So join that. Hopefully we have seed bomb making parties come out of this too.
Yeah, I'm excited to join and to learn, and just happy to be here.
Awesome. Also, I'll be doing an intro to permaculture tomorrow morning, I think. So there's already been 2 people who said they're new at permaculture. So join in that. We're going to cover permaculture basics so you don't feel left behind.
Okay, tomorrow might be a little dicey because I have some work commitments too, but sometimes I can multitask.
Well, the cool part about it is we're recording everything. So you'll be able to listen later on. So
yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah, another note about the Zoom session is that there is a way for you to call in on your phone. Like if you don't want to be inside, you don't want to be connected to your computer, you can call in. Sometimes during our board meetings, I've even had my little wireless Bluetooth headset on and I'm gardening while we're having our meeting because, come on, permaculture board, that should totally be allowed. And I'm much more effective when I'm in the garden, or like sometimes I've been milking my goat or hanging out with my family and I can still check in with my ear while I'm checking in with the board. So that's kind of a fun thing. And I would like to introduce this person if you wondered who showed up behind me. This is Cedar, and he's a part of the farm team here in Sequim.
Hi, Julie.
Yeah, would you like, as much as you participate, do you have 3 words of intention for the weekend?
Well, I do actually. 2 of them I've heard a lot. One is listening. One is communication, which I have come to value quite a bit. And the other is I don't quite know if I know the one word, but it's like just really taking responsibility for my own actions, my own feelings about things.
Mm-hmm.
So self-responsibility, I guess.
Yeah, agency.
Agency, good word, yes. But I'm very pleased to be here. I live in Sequim.
Cool. So I will mute me and go to the next person on my list, which is Liz. Are you there, Liz? I'm asking to unmute you. Can you share?
Hi, this is Liz.
Hi.
I garden in Aberdeen, Washington, and my 3 words are listen, learn, and then a stream of words for enjoying being inside while it's kind of stormy out there.
Someone on the chat asked where the schedule is posted. You can find it at northwestpermaculture.org. On the main page, there's a link to the schedule. And it's also in that, I think it's in the
Protocol, I think was what she's saying.
I guess we lost Shaylee for a moment. And I guess we could go down the list here. And I'm sure she'll jump back on here, but I don't want to leave an empty conversation. Does everyone hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Echo.
Thumbs up are really helpful because I can see all the thumbs up across my screen, which is super awesome. Hey, does anyone want to raise their hand if they want to go next? How about that? Are we seeing Raven? Do you want to go? You can unmute yourself.
Hi, I'm Raven. I'm in Portland, in Northeast Portland for now. And I think I'd like to echo responsibility, abundance, and gratitude.
Thank you. That's awesome. All like the visual, like if I see you guys all across the screen, all the visual like feedback of like, those are really cool, especially if I'm speaking. Sometimes technologically, it's kind of nice to have feedback because we're not in person. So, and if anyone else has any ideas of how we can make our digital platform more like we're really here, that would be awesome. I also want to welcome anyone to like make yourself at home. Just imagine this is like a closing circle or an opening circle, really, like the evening circle at the Convergence. And maybe we have snacks and things like that. So don't hesitate to make yourself at home and just imagine we're here. Shaylee, you want to take back over? You kind of disappeared for a second.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, contingency plans. My internet just disappeared for a second. So that might happen. That's like a good thing to be aware of, is if you suddenly get disconnected, you can come back. And everyone, it seems like this is kind of normal in Zoom. And so it's just a great opportunity to learn to be patient with ourselves and the world we live in now. And yeah, I totally want to echo David's remark that we were hoping that we could do the best as we could. Hi, I see more faces. Hi, Anita. It's fun for it to be like a circle where we see our friends across the circle and we're like, yay, here we are again. And there's a song I'd like to share, and maybe we can all be unmuted and share it together after we get all through this. And there'll be a couple spaces for that, because that's one of the funs about all of this too. And having a tea room. And that was a really hard thing to do, is to make that like socializing, let's drink tea and talk casually space. So that was the heart with the Discord and the Slack, that we could maybe like find ways to just FaceTime with one another and just talk about whatever, you know, making seed bombs and parties and how we want to dance. And dancing, hard to dance this year. Anyways, my sadness. But let's try to, yeah. People who didn't get to share yet, did we end up hearing from Bonnie Ingram? Did we hear from you? Are you here? Did we hear from you? And you're not here? Did we hear from Samantha when I blipped away? Shauna?
No, you didn't hear from Samantha.
Samar? Samantha, okay, good. Can you tell us where you are and 3 words of intention for the Convergence?
Yeah. I'm in SLO County, California. My 3 words would be learning, growth, and gratitude.
It's a good anchor. Gratitude makes everything just, it totally flips the way we look at what's around us. Thank you for bringing that.
Thanks for having this. I'm super excited. This is my first kind of permaculture thing that I've been involved in, so I'm really excited about it.
Oh, cool. Right on. Yeah, California usually has a Convergence. I'm not sure if they're doing anything this year, but there's nice people. That's another really rad thing I didn't speak to that Skeeter always mentions in opening circles, is in most of the world, there's permaculture convergences around bioregions. And every couple of years, these convergences have like bigger continental convergences and sometimes world ones. And the umbrella is all about these regenerative, sustainable systems, from how we get along and interact with people to how we take care of our gardens and our families and use energy. So it's this really inclusive, awesome train of thought to bring people together. And it's fun to see what's going on where you are. Excuse me. So let's try with, for next, Shauna, did you get a chance to speak? Samar?
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing? So Samar, I live in the Seattle area. Right now, my husband and I have found ourselves unemployed, and we're on the family farm in Prescott, Washington. So we got 500 acres of wheat land around us, and it's a bit overwhelming. So, and really bad internet. So hopefully we can get through the next 2.5 days. But my 3 words are community, connection, and creativity.
And
Nice.
Shauna, if you 3 words for Shauna. She put, she's from San Francisco, Bay Area. She says coping, inspiration, and healing. Thank you, Shauna, and welcome.
Yeah, in the healing vein, on Saturday afternoon, Matthew Nelson is doing an a somatic approach to healing, and he's a great teacher. So that is something to look forward to in that vein.
We also got one more, Shaylee, from the notes here, and that's Angelica Jackson. And she says, "Hi, I'm from Single Springs outside of Sacramento, California. Not sure what to expect from this, but I saw it when Rain Tree Nursery shared. We have lots of other plants. We have lots of their plants. So thank you, Rain Tree Nursery, for sending out an email on behalf of us. And also, you're welcome to, we'll probably do a survey. I was thinking about tomorrow to ask people how they found, how they got tickets. So that way we can do a better job at getting word out next time.
Yeah, and another shout out for Rain Tree. They have always been a huge supporter of this event and educating people on good, edible, useful plants. And they sponsored us towards the end and did some extra promotion. So I'm so grateful to the prior owner and James Owen, who's owner now, and some of their staff that have been super just active in this community. So thank you, Rain Tree.
I'd like to plug Rain Tree.
Yeah, they're so great. They're such a good nursery, such high quality plants. And great people. So it feels good to get from them. As we go down back to our, where are we at and our intentions, we are down to Samar. Are you here to share? Asking to unmute? Nope. Carmen and Peter. Oh, Samar, there you are. You're talking.
I just went.
You just talked and I lost my spot. Okay, sorry about that. We're figuring it out. Okay, Carmen and Peter, you are asked to unmute. Are you here? Can you share where you are and your intention?
We're here. You can't see us, and I don't know why. Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, because I can hear myself. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
And now we can see you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Peter is somewhere snacking in the other couch, but we live in Salem, Oregon, and it's been interesting here with the wildfires, but every day is a new day. My 3 words are openness, growth, and connection. Openness and growth are linked together. Thinking about how I feel starting the weekend, there's always something to learn, and every day is a new day to grow. And connection with all of you, because even though we're not physically present in one location, we have Zoom where we can connect.
That's right. That's right. I know Zoom is not all being in the same space, but it's so awesome that for those of us who might have families or elderly people or health issues or just not the finances to take a weekend and travel to another state, I love that we're integrating this format into what we do in the future, that people can just show up where they are. And that's so important to have that inclusivity be a part of our process now. So I'm excited. Zoom is better than nothing. All right. Paul Blair, are you here? Can you share? I'm asking to unmute you.
Here we go.
It says you have, there you are. Yeah, hi.
Thanks. I'm in Olympia, Washington. And Paul's my last name, so Blair is the first name. And 3 words, I'd say learning, friends. You know, I always find real symmetry in ethics and in sort of view of the world with the people I meet at the convergences every year. So I always think friends is an important aspect of it. And then one that I heard from somebody else, gratitude for the things that we are learning and the friends that we meet.
And Blair, are you up for playing some music for us? I see some guitars in the background.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see there's a couple spots for music later.
Yeah. Well, we're also up for if you want to contact us, maybe we can squeeze you in between classes live instead of just recording and putting up. So yeah, we're excited.
Cool.
Yeah, just to diverge for a minute, that has been one of the funnest parts of me for me about being in convergences, is finding those fire circles and times at night when we can play music together. And I've never tried to do that during Zoom before, but if there's enough of us that want to just see how that goes, I'm totally open to it. And you can make like a, I don't know, spontaneous minstrel channel in Slack, and we can try to coordinate that or something if anyone is down to try. Okay, back to our scheduled programming. Kathy Ging, Kathy Ging. Hope that's right. I'm asking to start your video and to unmute you if you would like to share. Are you available?
Yes.
I see you.
Yes.
And I accidentally muted you again. There you are. Can you
Okay.
share with us where
Yes.
you are from? And sorry about your name.
Kathy Ging, Eugene, Oregon. 3 vision quests, not words. See liberatedsour.com, visualizing 100 different seeds in a packet for 10 growing zones bioregionally. I gave away 4,000 packets worldwide so far. I bought from peaceseeds.com, visualizing younger people starting a co-op or biz to carry this forward. And inspired by the 9th International Hemp Building Symposium last week, I envision an international hemp skills bank, service tools with flashcards for all educational levels. And finally, I want to promote something new in Oregon called ParkerLearningGardens.org in its infancy to influence children to learn nature and garden skills near Coburg, Oregon. I took a workshop from Bill Mollison decades ago after Pioneers, and I've been a residential realtor 34 years. I want to quote Bill Mollison that the only thing you have when you die is what you have given away. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing all that, Kathy. I really appreciated all your vision, and it was hard for me to get that written down. We are recording this so we can get it later. But if you got into the Slack group or Discord, please type those links in the 2020 community channel or in Discord somewhere, so that, or even in the comment or the chat here if you have access to that, and we can copy it over so that we can have those resources be something a little easier to find instead of drawing them from our memory or trying to search through the video later. Thank you.
Shaylee, real quick, on a suggestion from Julie. Some people are having trouble. You probably can't hear on your end, but if you either don't have a headset on or maybe turn down your volume, it would change dynamically, because a lot of people are getting feedback. They hear themselves twice. So muting works, but it's kind of hard because you're speaking. So that's an idea. Another thing that Julie said was have people wave their hand to go next. Might be a good idea. Just an idea.
Okay, I'm halfway down the list and I see you, Elizabeth, and I will keep on muting myself. So I will go to Elizabeth because you raised your physical hand, but there also is an option where you can like raise your electronic hand. And that's a good thing to do in the rest of our sessions. If you want to ask a question and you're otherwise like have your screen turned off by the moderator, raise your hand as a signal, or private chat us like, I want to say something, and you can see in the side participant list who the host is. So yeah, Elizabeth, you may go.
May I ask a second question?
Yeah, but then it's her.
Okay. David,
Hi everybody, I'm Elizabeth and I'm in, can you hear me, Shaylee? There we go. Hi, I'm Elizabeth and I'm in Chimacum, Washington. And I've been a permie since way back 2008, and I took the design course back east. Anyway, in permaculture style, I've been, you can't see, but I'm writing down everybody's wishes. And I'm just really excited to be here. It's, every time someone says a different 3 words, I keep going, oh yeah, those 2. But anyway, I'm here. My 3 words for this weekend, my intention is community, sustainability, and hopefulness. And I think it's really about the future that we're all building right now together, in spite of our difficulties, in spite of being stuck wherever we're stuck. I have tremendous gratitude to be here with all of you people all over wherever you are. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that you're writing them down. When we're all done, if you could take a picture and share it with us, that would be super cool. Because I'm a note taker too, but I'm not doing that right now. Timothy Jarrow, are you here? I'm asking for you. Grace? Is Grace here?
Hi.
Hi.
This is my first time attending any kind of event like this. I'm a brand new gardener. I'm in Eugene, Oregon, and I had my first plot at one of our local community gardens this year. So I'm just experimenting with what it means to get my hands in the dirt, and it's been truly transformative. Yeah, I guess my 3 words would be, curiosity, gratitude, and hope.
That's good. Thank you. For gardening in Eugene, just to give a random book plug, Growing Vegetables West of the Cascades by Steve Solomon is an excellent book for just the kind of technical aspects of gardening. Not necessarily about polyculture and permaculture, but growing vegetables effectively. Very, very good resource with planning tables and fertilizer formulas and all that sort of stuff. Okay. Norm Frampton, we are asking to unmute you and share your video. Are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, that's a good sign. I'm Norm. I live in eastern Snohomish County, off-grid, and my words are to listen, connect, and grow.
Listen, connect, and grow. Cool.
That's it.
That's good. Well, thank you, Norm. Mike, are you available? Mike De.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Anguara, is that how you
Can
say
you
your
hear
name? Yeah. Are you
Yeah,
Anguara?
Angara.
Diangara. Cool. Where are you from and what are your words?
I live in Tahuya. My 3 words are connection, foundation, and creativity.
Connection, what was the middle one?
Foundation, and then creativity.
Connection, foundation, and creativity. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Right.
Our next, we got Mike Barbie. Are you available to share where you're from and where you're at?
Yeah. Hi. I am in Hillsboro, Oregon, and I'm new to permaculture. I'm actually in the middle of a permaculture design course. My words are to learn, to connect, and to listen.
Cool. That's great. I'm so glad the themes that are emerging amongst us all. Elizabeth Morgan Tyler, are you here? Oh, that's our friend from Port Townsend, is it not? That Elizabeth who shared. Anita Higgins.
I know I went already.
You did. I think I
did.
remember that. Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
I'm sorry, I accidentally muted you again, Elizabeth, but yes, you did share and thank you. Anita, I see you. You are unmuted. Where are you from? What are your intentions?
Hi, thank you. I am currently living and working at the Sangaya community in Bothell. I work as the garden manager and I coordinate the internship program. And one thing that I always experience when I've gone to the permaculture convergence, I think I've probably been 3 or 4 years, is just this real feeling of a regional community that feels so important. It feels like we're creating this this network, this web of resilience. And so my words are symbiosis, resilience, and gratitude. Hi, David. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Irene. So good to see you all.
And Anita, at the end of this, if we have time, I'm going to share a song that I shared with you. And if you have any songs that you would like to share, I know, you know, songs that resonate with the heart of just our community and this movement is a passion of yours as well. And I'd love to give you space to share a song if there's one you have burning within you right now. Kristen Rode, are you here to share? Hi.
Yes, hi. Hi, so my name's Kirsten and I live at Sahali with Mike and Marley, and we're so sad that you aren't all here in the flesh to be together. But this is wonderful what has been put together. Thank you, Shaylee, and everybody else that's worked on it. My 3 words are learning, connection, and inspiration.
Cool. Yeah. And if people didn't know that, it was our intention to have Sahale be our host this year. They've been the host for the Permaculture Convergence at least two times before, and they were the first host 2 times. Thank you, Patricia. And I had the honor of going to visit there, I think it was last week or a week and a half ago, to interview Colette, one of the other founders, as is Kirsten. And it's just such a beautiful space. I encourage you to check them out. Their information's on the schedule. It's amazing the work that they're doing there. And hopefully we can have a camp out or some other gathering there and not have to wait another couple of years until the convergence happens again. I would love to help organize that. Adrian, is that right? Yeah, I like the thumbs up. Are you here, Adrian?
I'm in Seattle now, but I've worked in clean renewable energy and energy efficiency in the San Juans, and I'm here representing an eco village and 250-acre farm in Skagit that just got signed on today, just got purchased. So it's a brand new intentional community and permaculture possibility in Skagit called Rooted Northwest. And my words are gratitude and stewardship and resilience. I'm so glad to be part of this group. I really appreciate being here.
You can't hear me. In the chat, Raven had to leave. So saying goodbye on behalf of us all, and thank you for the time and sharing your name and your intentions earlier. I appreciate that, and we'll see you again. And I'm really excited about your community, Adrian. Did I say that right? That's cool. If you want to film a little PSA of the ground and the founders with you for us to share during one of the lunches or times later, we're happy to do that.
Oh, and I can add maybe the website in the chat thing or something if people are.
For sure. Yeah, and in the
But
Discord or
I would
Slack,
love to
so
do
we
a
can help
camp
find
out.
you.
And I'm also
Yeah.
a piano instructor, and I'd love to do a camp out, and I love songs.
Great.
And music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and back to the housekeeping thing, we know that with a lot of these sorts of events, there's individual videos or sessions that all have their own little chat. And part of the goal to direct everybody into Slack or into Discord is that our conversations aren't linked to a video and lost in space. We have this portal that we can look for names and look for ideas and stay connected in a more like almost organic or searchable or continuous format, so our relationships go stronger and don't just get lost. So if you're not taking advantage of that Slack or Discord opportunity, those are designed around permaculture and people who live here and people who care about these things, so we can stay connected. Okay, Stephanie Addis, are you here? Asking to unmute you and to start your video. Stephanie. Okay, Galen, are you here? No?
Yes, I
Okay.
am.
You are. I see you. Okay, great.
Hi, everybody. So I was out at the convergence last year in cool and wet Oregon, and it's much warmer and drier here today. I'm talking to you. Hi, Julie Wolf, from Silver Spring, Maryland, where I live. But I have Northwest roots. I lived 30 years in Alaska and have children in the Columbia Gorge and up in Seattle. And my 3 words are community, compassion, and transformation.
That's good. I like the transformation. Thank you. And thank you for joining us from afar. It's like another fun about this format is you do not have to fly across the country to participate. So that is very sustainable of us. Okay, Eric, I'm asking to unmute you. I see you. If you would like to share.
Yes, hello, hi. My name is Eric McAllister, and I live in Kenmore, Washington. And we have a, I guess you could call it a permaculture suburban homestead that we're building up. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of experimenting. I've completed my PDC a couple of years ago up at the Bullock homestead. And the 3 words I have are adaptability, learning, and connectedness.
That's good. Thank you. You know, a new kind of connectedness. Irene, are you here? Irene Perler? I see Julie. Hi.
Hi.
There you are.
Yes, I am here. Nice to be here. Nice to see you all. I'm from Sahali Eco Village, one of the residents there and one of the founders, and happy to see permaculture finding a way to keep expressing itself. I'm in my yurt and it's starting to rain, so it's getting really noisy, but I'll turn it off so it doesn't cause a lot of static. But my 3 words are hope and inspiration and connection. And everything everybody else has said. Happy to be here.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for joining. So Irene, Sar. Is Sar here? No. Marley, I saw you asking to unmute you. There you are.
Hello. I am also here at Sahali, the Eco Village. It is beautiful, and I am here to observe, regenerate, and have faith.
Wonderful, wonderful. Bruce? Do we have a Bruce? Do we have EO? EO. Do we have
Hi.
Deepika Bal? Oh, EO, yes. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Esteban, and I went to permaculture last year. Yeah, I remember it being really cold out there in the mornings, so this is a nice difference. And I was living in Oakland at the time, and now I'm living in Eugene, Oregon. And I led a decolonizing permaculture workshop last year, and looking forward to the same discussions this year. I'm here for diversity, for transformation, and community.
Cool. Thank you for joining, Esteban. And I'm glad it's warmer this year. I guess you're a similar space, just a warmer time. Deepika, are you here? There, I'm sure I didn't say that wrong, but you can say it right and inform me. Thank you. Oh wait, I accidentally hit you. You're unmute. There you go. You're audible.
Close enough.
Deepika. That
Yes.
good?
Yes, exactly.
I'm from San Jose, California. So from a little bit further away than you guys, I'm really excited. I'm a total permaculture newbie. I literally have library books sitting on my nightstand, that much of a newbie. But but I'm really curious and really keen to learn more. I'm excited about this conference. It could not have come at a better time. My 3 words are gratitude, tenacity, and giving.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that the timeliness of it, you know. I know there's a lot of going on in fires and all the stuff, and for us just to sit and be mellow with each other when it seems like the world is burning is kind of a big deal. So I'm glad we can all gather. Danielle, are you here, Danielle? It's like I can almost hear crickets. I don't know if it's my computer or something. Summer Montague, are you here? Andy G. All right, I think that is everybody that I went through. Is there anyone who wants to flash their arms or raise their digital hand that didn't have a chance? Okay. So I can share the song that I wanted to share unless Cassie or David or someone on organizing team thinks we missed something. Want to like nod at me that it's okay? Okay. So there's this song that I really like that we shared last year that was originally written by Lisa Littlebird. And then I heard it from a woman named Gretchen in Port Townsend. And it's a song that just has this, I don't know, it's about heart and work and coming together. So I'm going to share it with you all. And if you all want to unmute your microphone and try to sing it with me, I celebrate that, but I'm not going to try to unclick all your microphones. So I'm just going to sing it. If you want to unmute yourself and sing with me, you're welcome to. It has 3 parts. And I'll just sing them each, and then I'll sing them all together a couple times, and we can see how we go. All right, I'm going to go for it. These hands are strong, this heart is wide, this mind is wise. These hands are strong, this heart is wide. I am on your side. Okay, that's the first part. Second part. There is work to be done. There is work to be done with these hands, this heart, this mind. There is work to be done. There is work to be done. I am on your side. Now the third verse is all about perspective and gratitude, and it's hard to do it right without the other choruses, but it's basically saying joyfully 7 times, as I recall, like this. Joyfully, 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 I am on your side. So then we can sing them all together, and if you have the people around you, you weave them all together. So those are the 3 parts. Sing any part you want, maybe what part resonates the most with you. I'll sing them in order like 2 or 3 times. And then Anita can share a song if she wants to, or one of you can if there's something burning in your heart you'd like to share. We have a bit of time. All right. These hands are strong, this heart is wide, this mind is wise. These hands are strong, this heart is wide. I am on your side. There is work to be done. There is work to be done. With these hands, this heart, this mind, there is work to be done. There is work to be done. I am on your side. Joyfully, 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 I am on your side. These hands are strong, this heart is wide, this mind is wise. These hands are strong, this heart is wide. I am on your side. There is work to be done. There is work to be done with these hands, this heart, this mind. There is work to be done. There is work to be done. I am on your side. Joyfully, 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 I am on your side. Okay, last time. These hands are strong, this heart wide, this mind is wise. These hands are strong, this heart is wide. I'm on your side. There is work to be done. There is work to be done with these hands, this heart, this mind. There is work to be done. There is work to be done. I am on your side. Joyfully, 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 I'm all on your side. Yeah. Anointing ourselves with that reality that we have a wide heart, strong hands, and a wise mind. And all these things that are going on around us, that is in us, and it's around in everybody we look at. It helps make the world a better place when we like root ourselves into that reality. So thank you for sharing that moment with me. Anita, do you have a song you would like to share?
Yeah, sure. I can share a song. First, thank you for that song, and thank you for sharing it earlier in the year. That song is now sung before most of our community work parties, so it was a gift. Thank you. This song, I thought that I knew who it was by, and I discovered recently that I don't. But it was shared with me by B. Elliott, who is a part of a song family in Seattle called The People's Echo. And she shared it here when she came one time with a group of students from UW. But this one is called, gosh, what do we call it? I think it's just called Put Your Roots Down. And it's a kind of call and response song. So I'll say a line and then you can repeat it back. And I know it's not the same over Zoom, but we'll figure it out. So it starts. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. You can hear the earth sing if you listen. Then you repeat back. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. You can hear the earth sing if you listen. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. You can hear the earth sing if you listen. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. You can hear the earth sing if you listen. 'Cause the sweet sound of the river as it moves across the stones. 'Cause the sweet sound of the river as it moves across the stones is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. It's the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? And we'll do it again. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. You can hear the air sing if you listen. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. You can hear the air sing if you listen, 'cause the sweet sound of the river as it moves across the stones, 'cause the sweet sound of the river as it moves across the stones is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. It's the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. Are you listening? Listening. Are you listening? Are you listening? Thank you.
Great song.
Thank you. I love that song. I heard that at a campfire one time. Maybe it was at a convergence or a camp out or something. I remembered the first line and I put it in the chat. Could you write the second part down, Anita, so I can, if it's okay to do that? I just put it in the chat. And I also put an invitation in there. I see we have about another 10 people than we did earlier. And what we did in the early part of this space is we went through the protocol sheet, we did some housekeeping, and then we all shared who we are, where we live, and 3 words of intention. Is there someone in this room that hasn't had a chance to do that? If so, please just unmute yourself in this space and share that in this more, because I don't really know who that is or where they came in. Is there someone who would like to do that? Like Mary or Becca, perhaps? Yes. Hi.
Hi there. Hi.
Hi, Becca. Where are you from? And do you have 3 words of intention for the weekend?
Yes. I'm from Portland, but I'm actually in Rishikesh in India, and I've been here. Kind of got stranded since February, but having a lovely time. 3 words of intention: compassion, vibrancy, and love. Those are my
Nice, thank
intentions.
you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Some of the little bits of housekeeping in general, when people enter the room, they're muted, and we might have all of the cameras turned off just to keep the focus on the speaker. And any questions you might have are probably in the protocol doc, which everyone should have been emailed. And if you have trouble getting to any of that stuff, you can email info@Northwest Permaculture. And we have a quick feedback loop of a Slack and a Discord channel to share with everybody. So for new people, David Stein, our wonderful board member, servant of the mission, would you like to share anything? We're speaking to a couple words of intent for the weekend and where we're from.
Hello, everybody. I'm David Stein. I'm on the board with a lot of awesome people who have helped make this happen this weekend. And as far as sharing my intention in 3 words, is sharing. I'm really excited to share knowledge and contacts and get to know people who are working towards really positive visions. So I feel blessed to be a part of this process with everyone. And love, of course, and compassion. Yeah, I'm kind of jumping on that bandwagon because it doesn't get better than that. And right now I'm in North Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I was also traveling in India, and you will see that's part of the theme of this convergence this year is a lot of the amazing people I was able to connect with while traveling in India and visiting different farms. They're going to be a part of the convergence this year and share their stories and the cool projects they're working on. So it's great to hear you're in Rishikesh. I hope wherever you're trying to get to, you can get there safely and soon, Becca, but it sounds like all is well. So I'm happy to hear that. So yeah, that about sums it up for me for now.
Thank you.
I'll actually be having a presentation at I believe it's 8:25, or I can open the schedule here. Yeah, 8:25, and I will be talking about my trip in India and the places I visited. So I'll be talking to you all in a couple hours.
Thank you. If I go up the list of people who joined recently, we have iPad 2 Doug. Would you like to share your intention for the weekend and where you're calling in from? No? Okay, you'll have another chance. Danielle, would you like to share? No? Mark?
Hello.
Oh, yep. Hi.
Hi. I'm here with the permaculture crew. We're
great.
in
Where-
Portland.
Cool.
And I'm also
Are you
with
all logging
Sarah,
in?
who is messaging the chat right now.
Oh, that's great. Does your group or do you have intention for the weekend? Like 3 words?
Community.
Connection. Always gratitude. Oh yeah. And hold on a second.
Say it here.
And gratitude.
That's great. Thank you. And we're grateful. Is there a name of your permaculture group?
We don't know yet.
Okay, that's good. I like to call that emergent design. It's a good way to label things that we don't really know very well. Okay, well, thank you. Mark, I see you are with us. You are a presenter. If you'd like to share a little bit about what you're talking with tomorrow briefly too. Would you tell us where you're coming from and your intention for the weekend? And tell me how to pronounce your last name too, if you will, rather than me just saying it wrong.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, you're coming.
The internet is a little slow here. Okay, Mark Rubinowitz in Eugene, Oregon, where we've had rain and the smoke is gone, at least for now. My intention for the weekend is to make this the most enjoyable Zoom event so far. I'm not a big fan of Zoom, but as someone recently said, it is what it is. So glad to have Zoom and for what it's worth. What I will be discussing tomorrow is ecological impacts and lessons of the pandemic from a permaculture perspective in terms of limits to growth and energy efficiency, sincere sustainability, and why destroying wildlife makes us sick. So that's a short answer.
Cool, thank you. I look forward to it. Mark has been a presenter many of these years, and I really appreciate what you offer in your studying. He has a website that has kind of slides and information that could be pertaining to some of the stuff he's speaking on. If you'd like to look at his space on the schedule, you can kind of see some of that. Is that good? Anything else?
That's good.
Okay. All right. Brent, who is with us now, would you like to share?
Yeah, my name is Brent, obviously. It says so right there on the screen. And I live in Raymond, Washington, which is on the Washington coast, Willapa Bay. And I'd like to share learning, sharing, and thriving is what my intention is for the weekend. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Is Merla here? Merla McLaughlin?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
And I'm here tuning in from Oak Ridge, Oregon, southeast of Eugene. And I'm just on my own here on a couple of acres, and my intention is listen, observe, and hopefully engage.
Cool. Thank you. Is Andrew Goldman here? Did you have a chance to share? Not seeing you. What about 206-895? Caller in. Are you available? What about 509-714? Are you available? How about Mary Teasdale? No.
Hi.
How about?
Can you hear me?
Yay,
Hey, I can't get my camera to work.
Okay.
I'm calling from Bellingham, Washington, and the Owl Farm. And my 3 words are connectivity, abundance, and love.
That's wonderful. For Mary and anybody else in the Bellingham area, Brian at Inspiration Farm would like some live participation during his Scythes and Best Tool for the Job workshop, which I think is on Sunday. It's on the schedule. So if anyone wants to coordinate with him and show up for that, he'd like help holding the camera and just to dialogue about tools. It's a really great workshop. He knows so much. So there's that for any Bellingham people. Back down, Margaret, are you here? Would you share where you're from and a bit about your intentions?
Hey,
Yes.
I'm in Olympia.
Cool.
My intentions for the weekend are decolonization, supporting, and listening.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Abby, are you here? I'm so stoked to have you join us.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. And there's my video. Hey, everybody. My name is Abby. I use they, them pronouns, and I am here on Kalapuya homelands in Eugene, Oregon. Behind me is an eco village where I live, which I'll be touring you around a little bit at 7 tonight. Happy to be here, and my intentions are to be myself and tune in. Thanks.
Yeah, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. I'm so glad that we were able to connect earlier. We had, just so you guys, if anyone was looking at the schedule and saw Jan and then saw Abby show up, we weren't sure how to actually fuse in Jan's presentation once we realized that he had a different Zoom room that we couldn't put into ours. So now there's an option that you can be a part of his 7-part series that he thought would be fun to tie in, or we can hang out with Abby and see what's going on in their community and maybe meet some of the people there and hear about the design. And I'm thrilled because that's one of my passions, is some of it has to do with a little bit of co-ownership and co-management of a space. And that's a real thing we need to lift up in creating a world that is sustainable and feels like justice to everybody, is to have those places to live. So thank you for sharing that. Anna, are you here? You are, I see you. Can you share where you are and your words of intention?
Yes, I'm joining you from the Key Peninsula, so outside of Gig Harbor, and the traditional lands of, I think, the Squamish, but also, frankly, everybody. And I am here to learn, pretty much to learn, but especially to learn about permaculture gardening, because I have my first garden space in my adult life.
Cool. Thank you. And to anyone who is just joining and expecting me to be sharing on a session about gardening right now, I'll get to that in a moment, but I would like to give everybody who is in this space a chance to share who they are and words of intention for the weekend, because that was the point of the opening circle. So we can kind of merge into that if everyone's okay with that. Or we can take a couple minutes to get water before I get into gardening. Just let us know via chat if you want to hustle towards gardening space. Renee Slatke, are you here? Would you like to share where you're from and words of intention? Okay. Anne Holiday?
Yes, that's me.
Cool. Where are you from? Do you have,
Can you
do
hear
you,
me? I live
yeah.
in Longview, Washington. Permaculture is a new idea here. I recently taken the PDC course, and we're really going gung-ho to try to promote it in this area. It's very new. A lot of people don't even know what it is. So my intention for coming today is to network, to get ideas, how to get it started in a community and how to build a community around it. And also, I'm also interested in an eco-village type of thing for myself, where I would like to live the rest of my life is in a place where I can be with like-minded people. It's my intention for this weekend.
Well, excellent. Well, we hope you feel encouraged and build those connections.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is Kurt here? Would you like to share where you're from in 3 words of intention? Joshua? Carla Pendrock?
Kurt is here, by the way.
Kurt. Thank you for
Yes.
speaking.
Yeah, I can speak
Would you
too.
like to share words of intention for the weekend and where you're from?
Kurt or Carla?
Go ahead, Kurt. I think we
Okay.
both got called on at the same time.
Yeah, you're free to go.
Okay. I'm at Skywood Food Forest on the traditional lands of the Lummi and the Nooksack people, Duwamish people, or the Duwamish people, rather, not too far from Inspiration Farms and Brian Kirkfleet. And I'm here to learn, to implement, and then to share knowledge.
Nice.
You can go ahead, Carla.
Yeah, Carla, thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks. Hi. Yeah, I'm sorry I had to duck out of the opening circle earlier. I had a lot going on here in my household. Anyway, I'm happy to be here. I've been hearing about the Convergence for a few years now, and I was never able to be at the in-person. So this is kind of an unorthodox first experience of the Convergence. I'm in Seattle, and I work for a community garden. I've visited a few permaculture projects, and it's just a deep interest of mine. And I'm looking for ideas a little bit for my work in terms of using permaculture and community gardens in the city. And on a personal level, my intention is primarily to hear about communities, eco-villages, how to live together, 'cause similar to what Anne just said, I'm at a time in my life where I'm really searching for a community to move to.
Great. Well, thank you. I believe that we have everybody who is here, so now I'll have a moment of silence for anybody who hasn't had a chance to share, to kind of wrap up the opening circle energy. If anybody is here who hasn't had a chance to share their name and where they're from, please turn off your microphone and speak up.